Welcome back to a new video. This is the first day, I guess, of week 2, where I was doing some hang work, and as my body's been feeling better and better, I've been kind of more aggressive with the weights that I push, and that's kind of obviously the general goal of lifting is to be able to lift progressively heavier weights. And one of the reasons I had a very conservative program initially written was because I didn't want to put pressure on myself to attain certain numbers or to push to certain numbers when I was sore or achy. So I sent some guidelines, I suppose, of this workout to where I didn't have anything on my knees. Obviously I'm using straps because I'm doing hang work, and that was kind of the main thing. Nothing for my wrist or nothing for my knees, and just kind of kept pushing. And I was feeling really motivated and really, I suppose, precise today. As I was working up, I felt like everything was just moving really well with these hang snatches. And the original plan, I believe, was to go 90, and I kind of breezed past that pretty easily. This is 70 right here. But everything was feeling really good. I was pleasantly surprised. It was a little bit cold, if I do remember, because this was a couple days ago when I actually did this workout. This is 80 kilos here. So just normal jumps here. And there, and that's where I was kind of telling that I was moving pretty quick, which is not normal for me to feel. This is 90 kilos, so I believe originally it's supposed to be like 2 or 3 singles at this weight, but once I did this weight, I was like, I definitely have to go to 100, so that's in fact what I did on this next set. And it looked weird when I was throwing the bar off after I did the rep, but that's just because I was feeling good and confident. Caught it well here, and because I was feeling good, I decided to go up to 110, which I missed this first attempt here, unfortunately. Just slightly out in front. And then I tried it again, and the same thing happened. So what that really just tells me is that 110 is just a bit too much at this point, but I'm pretty close to it. I think I would have had something, 2 or 3 kilos below this. And you see here, it's really close. And I thought for a second to trying it again, but I was like, no, I'm just going to drop down and hit a good single at 90 and then move on to other lifts, because that's a trap that I often put myself in. Is I'll push up a little bit and then I'll get really close on a weight like that and just try it 3 or 4 times and then wear myself out for other work, and I knew I wanted to do other stuff. Then moved on after that 90 kilos, ended on a positive note, went on to doing some low hang cleans plus jerks. I keep forgetting to hold these in the split, but my jerks have been feeling pretty good, so I'm not too worried about that, but it's something to keep in mind to get that little bit of extra work in the jerk specifically. But honestly, jerks have been feeling really good. Cleans always kind of feel fine. There's nothing really too remarkable about those, so you usually go pretty well. The big thing I think about with cleans is just kind of catching that stretch reflex. Normal jumps from 61 to 80 to 102 here. Pretty easy rep. I'm happy with where the bar is behind my head on these jerks. I'm getting it behind me enough to be kind of over my center of balance. Jumped up here to 111, and I believe it was either this or 120 was the original plan to push up, or at least for my top sets. And again, felt really good. Doing light work in the clean jerk is really nice because it makes your jerks feel a lot snappier and a lot more speedy and precise. Doesn't really matter to me so much for the clean, but it's much more for the jerk, and that's what I kind of realized that doing these light sets is really beneficial from just practicing the technique, but also just the speed of your footwork and of your lockout and stuff. So that 120 was the top set there, so I stopped there. Then just had some snatch pulls, did doubles with here to I believe I took pretty big jumps. I just went to 102. Pretty typical jumps, I should say, for just pulls. I've been doing these before the squats, and that's just because the bar's already on the ground, and I don't know, it just feels easier just to do the pulls first, just because I'm already there, even though I typically like to have them last to save as much energy as I can for the front squats. But went to 111 from that 102, and then did 2 doubles at 120. I can kind of tell with these pulls as well is that in general, I'm just getting stronger, I suppose. It's kind of weird to say because it's not a very heavy pull, but like it's just moving faster and a bit easier, and I'm kind of recovering faster between sets and between sessions in general, I suppose. But it's a lot of these lighter sessions are nice because they allow me just to get more volume in and just to practice these weights. Like this 120 here is not so much for the strength of it, but more so for the skill practice of doing the pull. And then head triples in the front squat, which all went really well. I went from 60 to 102, and then I went up to 120 for 2 sets of 3, and then the last set I went to 130 for a triple. What was interesting is that my IT band and like I guess hip area, but more so IT band, has really felt a lot better, and I was feeling a strain in my actual quad, which is interesting. It was like my outer quad, so kind of in that vicinity, but more in the musculature, which is obviously ideal. But I'm really happy to be able to hit these for triples. Front squats are for reps are always extremely difficult for me to do with any significant weight, and anything above 130 is nice, and hopefully next week I'll be able to push to like 140. But honestly, with just how well my body's been feeling, I just feel like I can be more and more aggressive with these jumps as long as I'm kind of adhering to the general program. And as you saw with like those hang snatches at the beginning, it's like I'm pushing up much heavier than what I was planning, but I'm not killing myself and able to complete the rest of the workout. And that's kind of the main goal, is push, but to not push so hard that you can't do the rest of the training that you need to do. But that's it for this one, just the hang snatch workout. And yeah, that's it for this one. Talk to you all in the next video. Peace.